Hey everybody, and Tony here with a review of the Nicola Alaimo and the Three Sopranos concert along with Leona Magera on the piano, which I saw at the Rocca Costanza. And the Three Sopranos were Maria Giovanna Michelini, Giulia Mercudinova, and Isabella Orazietti. I was not only anticipating Nicola Alaimo's really superb vocal performance, but also that of the three sopranos, Giulia Mercudinova, Isabella Orazietti, and Maria Giovanna Michelini. The concert started off with Maria Giovanna Michelini's rendition of In quelle trine morbide from Puccini's Manon Lescaut. And I thought that she had a fine and gorgeous lyrical spinto soprano voice. She didn't just only sing that particular aria, but she also sang Un bel di vedremo from Puccini's Madama Butterfly, Ritorna Vincitor from Verdi's Aida, and even the Italian version of the Lied from Lehas die lustige Witwe. And I thought she managed to sing everything well. However, there were some moments in which her high notes sounded a little bit on the flat side, but despite those few caveats, she still had a very fine instrument, and I'm sure that with a little bit of tuning up, especially in the higher register, she will have a voice that will be very great all throughout. She was good as an overall vocal performer, and I'm sure that she can improve in the next few years to come, especially considering that her voice definitely has a lot of potential, as evidenced in that full-toned and really fine and gorgeous sounding voice, which was quite focused in a lot of the registers. And I'm sure that with a little bit of polishing, especially in the high notes, she will be a lot greater in the coming years. Then we have Isabella Orazietti, who sang Adieu notre petite table from Jules Massenet's Manon, Je dis que ne rien m'épouvante from Bizet's Carmen, Donde lieta usci from Puccini's La Bohème, and Tu che di sei cinta from Puccini's Turandot, and even participated with Nicola Alaimo as they sang La ci darem la mano. And I thought she had a fine and lovely lyric soprano voice. It's a fine voice. It's focused throughout all the registers. However, her voice didn't really grab me too much. I just don't know why. But despite all that, she still had a gorgeous and fine timbre to her voice. She sang everything really well in terms of really getting all the notes right, and she was quite a meticulous performer. She will definitely be great in the next few years, and while she's still young, I can definitely tell that there is a lot of potential with Miss Orazietti. I'm sure that she's come a really long way to make it in this career, and here's hoping the best for her, because I know that there is a lot of great potential for Miss Orazietti to be great in everything she does. For now, she's really good at what she does as a young lyric soprano, and I'm sure that in a few years' time, she will definitely be a lot better and probably stand out a lot more. Then we also have Giulia Mercudinova, who sang Massenet's Manon, specifically the gavotte Je marche tout le chemin, Romeo et Juliette's Je veux vivre, composed by Charles Gounod, Regnava nel silenzio from Donizetti's Lucia delle Murmure, and even Quel guardo il cavaliere from Donizetti's Don Pasquale. She has a pretty voice. It has that nice and light lyric soprano quality, which is silvery throughout all the registers. It's very pleasing to the ears. She has a really fine and sweet timbre and an equally innocent stage presence, and it's just an overall pretty voice. Sure, it does need a little bit more time to grow and develop, seeing that she's still quite young, but I can definitely tell that for this young soprano, there is a fine future for her. She certainly has a lot of potential to fully bloom and blossom, and here's hoping that she will have a much grander career as her career fully blooms and blossoms into maturity. Then we go to the main highlight of this concert, and that was Nicola Alaimo. What more can I say about this outstanding dramatic baritone? What he managed to sing in this particular concert were Riccardo's Cavatina from Bellini's I Puritani, Rossini's Largo al Factotum from Il Barbiere di Siviglia, and even a couple of Italian songs, one composed by Paolo Tosti and even Mamma, which he sang both of them so beautifully and quite poignantly, and I was able to feel so invested in his overall vocal performance. This gentleman is very much well known for his round, rich, and versatile dramatic baritone voice, which is also quite capable of not only doing the dramatic roles, but also the comic roles. I should know because I first saw Signora Alaimo about 3 years ago when I saw him at the Deutsche Oper Berlin performing the role of Il Dottore Dulcamara from Donizetti's L'Elisir d'Amore, and I loved him in that role. And I started to see him in a lot more performances, including Rimbaud from Rossini's Le Comptoir, and especially the Duke of Ordo from Rossini's Torvaldo e Dorlisca. He is, without a doubt, one of the finest dramatic baritones I have ever seen live, and it's all thanks to that round, rich, voluminous, and beautiful dramatic baritone voice and his equally grand stage presence. There is a warmth and a charisma to be found in this gentleman, and he certainly showed it from beginning to end. He showed no signs of fatigue, he showed no signs of tiredness. In fact, he was able to be quite the exuberant performer as he's always been. And the piano playing done by Signora Leona Magera was very well done. He's of course a veteran conductor, and I can definitely tell that with years of experience, he has gained a lot of really great musicianship, and he really knew how to really collaborate with all of the singers superbly. And I can definitely tell that his collaboration with the singers was a lot of fun and not just a lot of hard work. There was a lot of really great moments to be found in each and every aria that these singers have done, and it's all thanks to Signora Magera's really masterful hands. So overall, this concert was an absolute blast, especially when it is headed by the great Nicola Alaimo, whose voice continues to grow from strength to strength, and he was, as always, a charismatic performer. And special kudos also has to go to Isabella Orazietti, Maria Giovanna Michelini, and Yulia Mercudinova for equally fine vocal performances. But ultimately, it was Nicola Alaimo's night. And for those of you who watched this particular concert, what did you think of it? Did you really feel like Nicola Alaimo stood out so well as a soloist? Did you feel like the other three sopranos were really good at what they've done? Or did you feel like there was something that just didn't really hold up to you? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for my review of the Three Tenors concert at the Teatro Rossini, specifically the likes of John Irvin, Sergei Romanovsky, and Michael Spires. So until then, good night everybody.